Is it recording? Yeah, it is. It's recording. All right. Yeah. So, hey everyone, I have the developer, the co-founder of Revomon, Jordan, with me, and
Nice to meet you too.
yes, nice to meet you too. Nice to meet you too, Jordan. Okay, I have a few questions from the community. Some of the players that have been in our community for quite some time have a few questions for you. So Pius would like to ask you that you mentioned if you don't get enough funding for the initial land sale, you will not implement Novus and continue progressing the current version of Revomon. If that happens, will the land drops for master tier holders still be given land, and could there be a possibility of Novus releasing sometime in the future?
Mhm. So yeah, I understand properly the concerns from the community around Novus and the current state of the Revomon game. I need just to put a bit of context here. We started Revomon in 2021 with a white paper and a commitment to that white paper. So there is like a first, I would say, beta big test version that we processed among these 2 past years, and we during this time we understood a lot of new things, integrating the inputs from Web3, the willingness from the community, and a lot from the competitors as well to make like a good and polished game. What we understood as well is that even the funding was good at the time, it's not enough to make like a big and nice game. So basically, and to be like transparent, we are lacking funds right now to process the perfect vision of what we have gathered during these past 2 years. So the lens will be like the fundraise to achieve the Novus vision. So I can just answer that if we don't achieve the funding to feed the Novus development, it won't be any lens, unfortunately, for the master tier, because the lens are part of the open world of Novus. So these concepts are tied all together.
Right.
Now, if we don't achieve that vision, it's not meaning that we are just stopping the project.
Mm-hmm.
It means that we will polish the current version to achieve a decentralized version of Revomon, not Revomon Novus, but it means that we still have some features to integrate, such as the DAO, such as the story of the game. It's still a beta, meaning that a lot of features are not yet fully polished or completely integrated. So all the story, the quests, and so on are not part of the game yet. And still all about the, I would say, the DApp functionalities and features linked to the game that are still some to integrate. So the current game would be fully released once these 3 points that I just quoted would be integrated. Side to this, we have Novus, that is considered as a new vision that we understood with the 2 past years, and gathering a lot of inputs that would make Revomon a true innovative competitors in the collectible monster category.
Right. That's really awesome. How confident are you about making Novus gigantic in a way that it will become successful? Could you provide us with a time frame of when Novus will be launched, as well as aspects of landowners making money in the form of Revo from the land sales? It ties into what you just explained to us right now.
Yeah.
But if you could just elaborate on, say for example, if we do become successful with Novus, then how would players be able to make money through lands?
Mm-hmm. Sure. So of course we highly consider it to be successful first in the funding to provide the development required to make Novus happen. So that being said, Novus, I see it like so to be like a kind of innovation game. We need to change what it used to be in our field. So we collected like a lot of feedback around this, and the lack of true player centric inside the game is something that we want to cover. And in Novus, we plan to heavily like integrate the user inside the game content creation and interactions. So we believe that most of the games now that are popular is because they either make their current players contributors, so they turn them into contributors. So that for or like kind of creators. If you take Fortnite, it's because you can build a lot inside the game and create your own like basement, so that you can avoid like being attacked also.
Right.
So on. If you take, for example, Sandbox as well, you can create your own dedicated like world inside. You take like Rec Room, a popular VR game. It's also because you can create your own instances. You can create and invite your friend into your world, VR chat.
Correct.
As well. It's all similar. Even like Gorilla Tag, a new one that is very popular, because you can again interact easily and make your own stuff. So we believe that a key point in Novus is to be able to turn the current players into contributors, meaning that we will be able to provide them some mechanism, features to be able to create what they would like. Yeah, what was the...
So without Novus, say for example, we may not get the funding for Novus. Can we still have the DAO aspect of the game and players contributing in
DAO like is a large layer that would gather many inputs. It's not about Novus, it's about whatever the decisions around the game, the project itself.
Right.
So meaning that we take the core team, Revomon, working for Novus, we put it apart, and then we have that community involvement voting that will allow to prioritize the different actions to carry out. Yeah, it's covering different topics. Like it could be like for the Revomon design, it could be for the website features creation, it could be for whatever the allocation of a Revo fund for a new pool on Avalanche, for example, blockchain. That's really wide.
Right. And what about a timeline? How do you envision to see Novus being released over this year? Like, do you have any?
Yes. So there is one variable that is now the biggest one, is the market conditions. We know that we are developing something huge, and it's like building the new catalyst, right? The new momentum that will make Revomon bright again. Just this. And to do so, we need the market condition favorable to just have the great leverage to do it. Nowadays, it's not good because the macroeconomic environment and so on, and we don't want to fail just because the economy is not good.
So you think the timing is really crucial as to when we...
Whatever the decision you take in a business, I believe that the timing is key. So, and even in small action, we all know that some influencers, for example, are posting on a defined time of the day because they get more traction. And that's the same, but for us on a larger scale, like on months and maybe 1 year. So the current timeline is to get ready for Novus, to make at least the funding preparation whenever the market conditions are good. That's what we wait, and to do so, we need to have finished a lot of things in different topics. The website, the trailer, the game, the in-game overview that you recorded a bit. So all that together make us ready to do the next things. So far, the timeline is that to be ready about the funding preparation, it could be between June and I would say last quarter to be a bit wide, large.
Right.
Just for the funding.
Mhm.
Then we would have like the game development itself,
Mhm.
and obviously we are in 2024 for this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to share any dates because we have great progression. You have seen that the. How do you feel? Let me ask the question. How do you feel about what you have seen?
It is mind blowing, and if given permission, if I can share some of it, I would.
course.
I would love to share with all of you. It's something. It's completely different than what game we are playing right now, and what's gonna be released. It's totally different. It's amazing.
So thanks for your feedback.
Yeah.
But well, yeah, it takes time,
Yes.
and still for a small gaming studio,
Yeah.
we lack of resources as well
Right.
to speed up the things. But
Right.
we are heavily working on that.
Right, but I think to have accomplished everything that you have so far with the given resources that you have is something to admire, something to look up to, and it's very inspirational. Even given the market conditions and everything, the amount of effort that is being put in by you and the team is amazing.
Thank you.
And I just want to see that we continue to push forward through these times, and we'll see. We will have greener pastures on the other side. I'm pretty sure. So we have another one of our players, very dedicated long-term players in the game. His name is I Am No One Special.
I know.
He's
Please and him.
Yeah.
And also all the others in the community. I used to connect on Discord on a daily basis. So I obviously know the nicknames and the people I interact with.
He's the head of Global Revomon Association, and he's got a clan called Gods of Nothing.
Mhm.
So he has a few questions for you. So
And a side Discord as well.
And a side Discord as well. Yes, he's got many good features on that platform as well.
Mhm.
So he's got a few questions. He comes up with, do you plan on releasing any public Revomon APIs? If yes, then any timeline would be appreciated.
So that falls into the concept I just mentioned, to turn players into contributors.
Right.
To make like a project live, whether or not there is like even updates, because that's the players that are contributing with innovations and new stuff. So definitely yes, we would like to do so. Now the big question is when
And how?
and how. How through SDK. That's I would like to do. SDK.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So being able to share some tools with people that have some sort of knowledge. That's where we need to put the effort to make something like easy to use. So it will be easy to access for most of the players. To, for example, I have in mind like create an NPC, select where you want to place it in your land.
Yes.
Exactly, and through different scripts you can select, link together, and make a quest, for example.
Right.
So that the NPC will ask you to bring back, I don't know, 2 rival against
Two rivals.
two rival, yeah,
Yes.
for example,
Yeah.
against some wonderful eggs to hatch or whatever, and collector NFTs or Revo or whatever.
Right.
That's the kind of stuff we would like really to integrate on the app and inside the game, so that people can connect, see which missions they can accomplish, and what rewards they can get from other players or from clan.
Right.
That's kind of. So the when, obviously, it should be under development by the end of the year to be able to release that during the next year.
Would it be required for us to have Novus in place for this, or it could be implemented without Novus? Something like this.
It could be like implemented without Novus, linked even solely to the app, saying, okay, if you have, for example, it's like a mission. You bring us a certain amount of NFTs, we exchange this amount to something else.
Right.
That's being able to allow third parties, clan, or even players,
Right.
to offer services through the app in exchange of rewards.
Right.
Simple as that. That would be a first step.
Right. Yeah, we have a really strong community and a very dedicated fan player base and all that. So I'm thinking if we have we could use them as resources to support the growth of Revomon, and many of them are very willing to go above and beyond. So yes, it is very important how we integrate this, and we hope that someday we will be able to contribute more to make Revomon a success.
That's the community making the game.
Yes.
I always tell this, and that's lacking to the other competitors of games.
Yes.
Me, myself, when I was playing, I love to contribute somehow, but it was on posting on forum. I never got like any feedback from the team or whatever. It's just yeah. So we aim to fix that somehow.
The next question from I Am No One Special is, what do you believe are the top 3 things currently holding Revomon back from reaching its full potential, and what is being done to address these issues?
So I would say first, I would say lack of in-game content.
Lack of in-game content. Got it.
Because we have like some decent DAU. But we don't have a decent retention. See, so we need like to provide more features in game to just retain people and play the game. But where it's difficult for us now, just on this first point, is that we are what we call inside the project is that we are mixed the team between the run and the build. So that's project management. Like concept, you have the build when you conceive like new features, and you have the run when you just run the normal operations that needs to be taken into account in a daily, weekly basis.
Right.
And the lack of content is mixed between these two. Plus, we are working on Novus, so it makes a bit the current version of the game a bit behind what we are currently focused, and we surely apologize to that, but it's to prepare the next momentum for our holders, the Revo, and for the players as well.
Right. Something's got to be sacrificed, right? And I get it that if you're envisioning to be here, we have to work towards that. So the current version is not getting as much attention, and that's a fair assessment. I think, yes.
So the second point would be on the lack of visibility, and maybe it's tied to the marketing. There are a lot of games that are barely good or from bad quality, but they do insane marketing around, and sometimes I've heard that marketing is even like 70 to 80% of a project success. You can just marketing things and having like nice metrics behind because it appeals people, players, and investors. So that's something we would like also to focus, but obviously on the final version, which is Novus. And third point, it would be the one I just explained a bit earlier. It's turning the players into contributors. Yeah. So it's creativity inside the game.
Okay. Thank you for that, Jordan. The next question is, once the team is happy with the state of the game, do you still plan on adding? Do you plan on adding a price tag to the game, or will it still remain free to play for the foreseeable future?
Free to play, yeah.
Free to play.
We call that a freemium model,
right,
which you can, if you want. So basically, to give a bit more of my idea behind this concept. First, the most popular game are also the best performing game in terms of revenue, and they are free, like Fortnite, like Clash of Clans on mobile. They use a model where they get the player retention, and to enable side functionalities like in the Web3 space, ownership and so on, we aim to get paid providing services, like for example the Rev-Up, to be able to turn your Revomon into NFTs. That's because we want first people to have fun in the game, so that they come back and then they dig to all the features inside the game, and so they see the potential of investing a bit of money to acquire something in return, such as reval or additional features.
Right.
So we plan to elaborate and polish this concept with like Fortnite with more cosmetics as well, but also extra value on NFTs, bringing like additional value inside the game, such as like we did with the costumes, boosting your catching rate. Yeah. We would like to have similar assets doing so, but in different options in the game, like I don't know, boosting like the attack of your Revomon if you were a fire cosmetic, for example.
And if you have a fire Revomon and you have a fire cosmetic, it
Exactly.
will probably boost the fire type attack, like
All these synergies
yes.
we can
look into that. Perfect. One of the last questions I have for you, Jordan, and thank you again so much for the time.
You're welcome.
Yeah, appreciate it. Last question for today is we've seen a lot of players in the PvP ranking that are not really players. Like you see a lot of people creating multiple accounts and all that, and many of the players are unhappy about that. We just want to get your views and thoughts on that.
So yeah, that's a topic we know.
Yeah.
We all know inside the team. We spent like many time to evaluate how we could fix that and so on. So there is a solution that I already stated. It's to get more users, so that when a player is looking for someone to compete with, to battle with, he cannot like have the same player in a row. So he cannot compete with his sub account, because the elo will strike if he's defeated by the other player, a real player. He will lose. We cannot like play with GDPR. No,
right.
Yeah, we cannot play with that because it's quite huge sanctions, and we don't play with user privacy. So we enter a totally different domain if we collect like the personal data from the people. So we don't want to do this as well.
Right.
Only remaining things could be to stop the feature, but the feature has still been developed and conceived to offer an additional layer of rewards inside the game. Well, the remaining stuff would be to play the policeman, but we don't have time as well to do so. So we just, I apologize for this, but we just leave the feature as it is so far. We ask players to use it like in a normal way and not
respect the system.
Respect the system until we reach like much players. Then we can avoid this.
It will be completely avoidable.
All the topics about modification or these features will take time and resources. That's for the brainstorming, that's for the conceptions in terms of development, for the web, for the games, and we are not in the right time to. That's not what I mean here is that that's not fixing this that will make Revomon popular.
Agreed. Yes, I think so. Yeah.
So I know that my answer may not be the one
everybody
would be looking for, but I'm sorry, that's how we decided. Furthermore, when we will have the DAO, and I know as well it's a bit like not aligned with the DAO concept that I try to push, but sometimes to make something like at least successful and then letting the people decide, we need to reach that point, and in that process we took the decision to just continue.
Understandable. Thank you, Jordan. Thank you so much.
It was a
Appreciate your
pleasure.
time. Nice talking to you. Thank
It
you.
was a pleasure for me as well.
Hey guys, watch out for the Revomon clip that will be that I'll share pretty soon with all of you. And signing out. Thanks, Jordan, again. Have a good day. See ya.
Bye bye.